Ever notice how those what type of quizzes seem to pop everywhere on social media? There are some recent successful businesses are using them. Interactive quizzes are one of the most engaging ways to connect with your audience and capture leads. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you scrolled by a quiz without being at least a little bit curious? And I'm not just talking about, clickbait personality quizzes. I mean, thoughtful, strategic quizzes that actually deliver value. Smart businesses are using quizzes to segment their audience, understand their customers better, and deliver personalized solutions and experiences, all while keeping participants, genuinely engaged. That's because quizzes tap into our natural desire to learn about ourselves. And, when you do them right, they're both entertaining and insightful. But here's where it gets interesting. While many quizzes might get decent engagement and, some might even capture leads, very few actually succeed at identifying and connecting with your ideal customers. I'm going to share with you the secret to creating quizzes that do it all. Drive engagement, capture qualified leads, and start sales conversations with your perfect customers. I'll show you exactly how to build a quiz that not only attracts visitors, but that turns them into valuable prospects who are genuinely interested in what you're offering. And to be honest, come on, I get it. I mean, we've all been there. Everyone seems to be trying to pickpocket you for your email address these days. In fact, remember those sneaky IQ quizzes that get you invested for like 10 minutes only to hit you with a paywall at the end? That's exactly what we're not going to be doing on this video. Think about your own behavior online. When was the last time you eagerly typed your email address into a generic, subscribe to our newsletter form? But I bet you've engaged with an interactive assessment that actually helped you solve a problem, like figuring out the best marketing strategy for your business stage, or identifying gaps in your sales funnel, or even calculating your potential return on investment from a new business tool. I mean, that's because well-designed quizzes can deliver real value while helping businesses understand exactly what their customers need. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to harness this natural engagement using Thrive Quiz Builder. You'll learn exactly how to create quizzes that not only captivate your audience's attention, but it converts them into genuine leads. I'll walk you through the psychology behind what makes people actually complete a quiz, how to structure your questions for maximum engagement, the exact setup in Thrive Quiz Builder, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how to turn quiz completions into valuable leads for your business. Let's start with what makes a quiz actually work for lead generation. The best quizzes follow a specific formula that keeps people engaged from start to finish. First, they typically tap into, natural curiosity. Think about brands like Myers-Briggs or BuzzFeed. They've built entire businesses around our desire to understand ourselves better. That's the kind of engagement we're going to try to create. Second, they deliver genuine value. I mean, we're not just going to create a fun distraction. We're giving people insights they can actually use and learn from. This is crucial because it justifies the email exchange at the end. Here's where most brands actually get it wrong. They try to copycat BuzzFeed's style of personality quizzes because they see the engagement those get. But the thing is, unless you're actually BuzzFeed, that approach is going to absolutely bomb. Your quiz needs to align with your brand's expertise and deliver insights that only you can provide. Like, actually think about it. If you're a business coach, your audience doesn't need to know what kind of bread they are. They need to understand their leadership style and get actionable strategies based on their strengths. If you're a marketing consultant, help people identify their ideal marketing approach based on their business model and resources. That's the kind of innovative, targeted insight that makes people eagerly share their email address to learn more. Now, let me show you how to build this exact system using Thrive Quiz Builder. We're going to create a quiz called What Type of Entrepreneur Are You? But honestly, you can adapt this framework for any niche or industry you can possibly think of. First, we have to set up our quiz structure. In Thrive Quiz Builder, click the Create New Quiz button and choose the option to build it from scratch. And yes, we're going to be building this whole thing from scratch. Then select Category Quiz as our main quiz type. Let me just quickly explain what this means. A category quiz takes your participants' answers and it sorts them into specific groups based on their responses. So instead of just giving them a score like, you got a 7 out of 10, you're actually categorizing them into meaningful segments. For example, let's just say that someone is great at big picture thinking, but they're not so good with details. Well, in that case, they might fall into our visionary category. If their answers reveal they're methodical and process driven, then they might be categorized as strategist. This makes your results much more personal and actionable, and it helps you understand exactly what type of content, what type of products, or even services each person needs. You want to give each category a detailed description that provides genuine value. I mean, remember that people need to feel like the results were worth sharing their email for. I would even go as far as recording personalized videos that speak to each different type of entrepreneur. Next, let's create our result types. For this entrepreneur quiz, we'll have 4 different categories. We're going to have the visionary, someone who sees the big picture and inspires others. We're also going to have the strategist, the detailed planner who executes methodically. We're going to have a builder category, and this is for people who are hands-on creators who bring ideas to life. And then finally, we'll have the innovator, the creative problem solver who loves to disrupt industries. Now, for questions, I would say that this is where most quiz creators go wrong. They rush through this process, but your questions are truly what keep people engaged enough to reach the end of your quiz. And with Thrive Quiz Builder's tagging system, each question can do double duty. That is, engage with your audience while secretly organizing them inside your CRM. You see, as people answer your questions, you can automatically apply tags based on their responses. I mean, think of it as building a detailed profile of each quiz taker without them even realizing it. I mean, if someone selects, I prefer working solo on question number 3, then you can tag them as independent, or if they choose they truly appreciate team collaboration, well, you can apply a different tag to that answer as well, and then that tag gets passed on to your email marketing service, and you can start all sorts of different email marketing workflows and automations based on how people have responded throughout your quiz. I mean, really powerful stuff. But hold on, I feel like I'm actually getting ahead of myself here. Let me first show you how to craft questions that people actually want to answer. Here's a pro tip. Create questions that subtly relate to your business offerings. For example, if you sell, productivity tools, include questions about how people manage their time or, how they organize their work. And by the way, you want to tune in until the end of the video because I'm going to share with you 3 proven strategies that can dramatically improve your quiz performance, including the ideal quiz length, how to make every question work double time for your business, and the secret to turning your results page into a conversion machine. But first, let me actually walk you through the most crucial part of your quiz funnel, the lead generation step. This is where all of your careful question crafting pays off. Thrive Quiz Builder lets you place an opt-in form right before the results page, exactly when curiosity is at its peak. But here's a crucial detail. Don't just ask for an email, okay? Because if you do so, then people might get frustrated. Try to offer additional value. I mean, maybe it's a detailed PDF explanation of their type of entrepreneurship or custom recommendations based on their results. Make it worth their while. You want to really make this a no-brainer for them to want to give you their email address. And lastly, you want to make the results page catchy and valuable. I mean, here you can customize your content to target each category result. This means that you could potentially offer different lead magnets, display different videos, and ensure each quiz taker gets the maximum value for their time spent taking the quiz. All right, as promised, here are those 3 powerful strategies that will take your quiz from good to great. First, let's actually talk about quiz length. So you really want to try to aim for 5 to 7 questions. This range consistently hits the sweet spot for us. Any longer than 7 questions and you risk people dropping off, and any shorter and you haven't really built enough engagement or momentum to really get to know your potential customer. Second, you have to be making every question pull double duty. I mean, yes, you should be engaging with your audience through your questions, but it should also give you valuable data about them. And I know I've mentioned this earlier, but you really have to be using Thrive's tagging system to track responses and build detailed audience profiles without your quiz takers even realizing it. And third, you want to transform your results page into a conversion engine. I mean, don't just give them their quiz type and wave goodbye. This is your moment to suggest highly relevant products or services based on their specific results. I mean, someone who's identified as a visionary entrepreneur might need different tools than a strategist. I mean, you want to use this opportunity to make intelligent decisions and make offers that they can't refuse. But here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to be pushy about it either. I mean, remember, you've already captured their email address. You can use their quiz results to nurture that relationship over time, sending them targeted content that builds trust and naturally makes the case for your products or services. The quiz is really just the beginning of your relationship with them and the start of this conversation. Look, I know that interactive quizzes are not a new thing, but they're also not just another marketing trend. They truly are a really powerful way to engage your audience while building your email list. And look, with Thrive Quiz Builder, you truly have everything you need to create professional, high converting quizzes right out of the box. If you want to see more examples of successful quiz funnels or learn some more advanced quiz marketing strategies, hit the subscribe button and be sure to check out this video popping up here right now. Drop your questions down in the comment section below and let me know what type of quiz you're planning to create. I'd love to hear your ideas. Truly appreciate your time and I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks again. Bye.